Hey guys, nice to see you all again at the 5 minutes chat. And today's word is helper suited. This is taken from Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. And let's start with man. It is said that it's not good to be alone. And that's found in verse 18. And it says there, then Adonai Elohim said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I shall make a helper suited to him. In the Greek version, it tells you this way, and said Adonai Elohim, it is not good to be for the man alone. Let us make for him a helper according to him. Isn't that interesting? The way those two words are put together. So where is this helper now? Man was given the task, and we know the task in verse 20. The man gave names to all the cattle and to the birds of the heaven and to every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found a helper suitable for him. In the Greek version, it says in the last point there, but to Adam, there was not found a helper likened to him. So look at the animal kingdom there. You would have seen a male elephant and a female elephant, a male giraffe and a female giraffe. And all of these have pairs. And as he was naming them, he realized what God said earlier. It is not good for man to be alone. Because in chapter 1, verse 28, he already talked about the blessing to be fruitful, multiply, fill, subdue, and rule. And all of that has been already given to him as an indication. So now let's see how he went about making this happen. God, that is, God. Who did God create first? Obviously, it was Adam. Not woman, but man. And from the side of him, the rib and the flesh that he took out from the side, he fashioned into a woman. So the verse back in the New Testament now says, also the man was not created for the woman, but the woman is for the man. In the Greek, obviously, it says, for also not was created man because of the woman, but woman because of the man. That's very interesting the way it puts it. Now, when it comes into living together, then sexual needs now need to be considered. Not your body, but belonging to the other. And how did that come about? In 1 Corinthians 7:4, it says, the wife does not have in her authority of her own body, but in the authority of her husband. And so also the husband does not have in his authority of his own body, but in the authority of the wife. So it belongs to each other, and so there shouldn't be any person depriving of each other of the best in this area of sexual pleasure. So that is a key in living together. Now, what happens if something sets in, bitterness and anger and different kinds of resentment comes in? Mistreatment, not answered prayer. That is what happens when there is a mistreatment. Likewise, you husband, dwell with them according to knowledge, you giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as they also have a part in the inheritance of the gift of life, so that your prayer be not hindered. Now, isn't that a teamwork in a home to have prayers answered? So if you live very well together, there won't be any issues with both of us, both parties, male and female. Then, as we see in the Greek version, the husband likewise dwelling with them according to knowledge, as with a weaker vessel, the female. So consider them and treat them well as they came as a weaker vessel. And this chapter that was earlier that we spoke about in 1 Corinthians 11 also give the hierarchy, the order, which is God is first, then Jesus in the heavenly dimension, and then coming to the earthly dimension is man and woman. Likewise, as Jesus modeled submission to the Father and came down to planet Earth to live as a human, so likewise, woman is submitting to the man. But the whole concept is that the man will die for his wife as Christ died for the church. And so it becomes quite easy to see how to treat her as a weaker vessel and show her honor as being co-heirs of the grace of life, so as not to hinder your prayer. So, guys, take the lead. Don't have our prayers hindered. Thank you for listening. I'll stop share and stop.